remarkable history, for those of you who don't know her, of breaking glass ceiling after glass ceiling, from Goldman Sachs to IBM, to her own startup, to helping other entrepreneurs succeed. And it's my honor to know her as a friend. I'm thrilled to partner with you for this, and I don't want to take up any more of your time. So, Rosemarie Truman.
Thank you. That's very kind. That's very kind. So I wanted to just put a pinpoint on a few things. So I'll just give you a little bit of a story about myself. So my mom wanted to have 12 children. So she was working on that pretty hard. So she had 9. So the first 3 died, and then they were like, oh, well, you can't have any more, you know? So then she had 6 more. And so she properly had me born on September 25th, which, by the way, is, you know, December 25th, you know, the exact same time, you know. She was very punctual in having me. But my father was a professor of physics at Harvard. He was a rocket propulsion engine engineer, and he built rocket propulsion engines for NASA. But he died when I was 4. So I grew up with 6 siblings and dirt poor. And so all I wanted to do was make money. And my mom's rule was, you go to a Ivy League school, and I'm not paying for anything. I'm dropping you off, and if you don't get Dean's List every year, and magna cum laude, and extra things, then I'm not coming to your graduation. So, of course, you know, I did what my mom told me to do. So I did that stuff. And then, you know, I thought, well, the only things you should do is, only 2 places you can go are McKinsey or Goldman Sachs. So, you know, I was 19 when I graduated from college, so I basically begged Goldman for a job. They told me 145 times no. So the 146th time, the only reason I got around it was to create a business plan that went around the recruiters, because you could only get you had to have an MBA to go to Goldman Sachs. So I was the first analyst ever hired on the listed stock block desk, which was the desk where we traded $2 to $3 billion a day, and the youngest one ever hired 19. So I'm only mentioning this because, you know, perseverance is incredibly important. And, you know, had I not fouled out all the time and not, you know, had my trail leg, you know, in my track and, you know, volleyball and everything else, I think that you know, these are very good learning experiences, even though I sucked at all of them. But that's okay. You have me on recording about that. But I wanted to put a pinpoint on a few things that I thought were very important. Sleep is important. We talked about that. Glucose is important. So one of the projects we did recently, which was with the Walton family, with Alice Walton, who approved the project. The main point of the project was to inject artists into startups. And so we launched 25 startups that are in the high-tech area, but they had artists in every startup, and that was truly impactful for the startups.